Welcome to the Paintbrush Prairie podcast. I'm Kenzie Ashcraft, a boutique owner, firefighter wife, and mama of 2 cowgirls, homesteading on a cattle ranch in Oklahoma.
And I'm Talia Watcott, a Western artist and illustrator, mama of 2, and wife of a mountain man, raising babies in the mountains of Utah.
Together, we share a passion for the Western lifestyle, homemaking, and Indian paintbrush flowers.
We're here to inspire and encourage you as we each create a simple but beautiful life on the prairie.
Welcome to episode 5 of the Paintbrush Prairie. Today we're going to be talking all about holiday hosting and cooking. So Thanksgiving is next week, and I don't know about you, but it is one of my favorite holidays. I love it. I like the simplicity of it, just getting together with family, having a good meal, and enjoying each other's company. So anyways, Talia, do you host Thanksgiving, or what does your family typically do?
So we go to Cody's grandma's house for Thanksgiving. But I don't know. Our Thanksgiving ends up being like a whole weekend of just meals, like boom, boom, boom. Like almost every day we have something, because we have family that's really close by. I mean, like all of our family is within like 10 minutes of us. And so it's kind of hard to just be like, oh yeah, we're just going here for Thanksgiving or whatever, because we have so much family. So usually on the day when Cheyenne was littler, we used to actually do 2 family. So we would go to Cody's before, and then we'd go to my family's after, or vice versa. And very quickly we got really very burnt out on that. It was just, especially with little kids, they just need a nap and need some downtime. And it got to the point where we were like, we couldn't eat all the food that we wanted because we had to eat a little bit at the first dinner and then save room for the second dinner. And it was too hectic and got to be kind of stressful. And so we just do the one dinner on Thanksgiving at Cody's grandma's house. And then usually we'll do my family's a different day that weekend, and we have like the big dinner with my family just on a different day. And then Cody's immediate family, we usually do like a soup night, because that's kind of been a tradition with the other side of his family. But since his grandparents on that side passed away, the family kind of stopped doing it. And so we just do it like with his brothers and their families and his mom and dad. And so we'll just do like each of us brings a different soup and some desserts, and then we'll eat and then play games or whatever after that. So that's kind of like our Thanksgiving that we do now. But I will say it's like on my bucket list one day, because our house is tiny, so there's no possible way that we could ever like host currently. But one day my dream is when I have my big like lodge and on my ranch one day, I want it to be like a really big open concept, like kitchen and dining area, so that I can have like big, like long tables and just have like tons of my family over, like my family, Cody's family, and like host like a big Thanksgiving that way. That's like my dream one day.
Same. Kind of like one of those like classic holiday movies where the whole family comes over and it's like a really big long table, and you're in your pretty dress, and you're like the matriarch of the family, and yeah, that's like
yeah, it's totally my dream. And I was actually telling Cody my other dream is to do like, and this wouldn't be for Thanksgiving because it gets way too cold here during Thanksgiving, but it would be probably more like the beginning of October or something. But I want to do like one day when we have like, I mean, we could technically do it in his grandpa's pasture right now, but I want to do like a big harvest dinner in like the pasture. So it was funny because I was telling Cody about this, and then on Instagram, like 2 days later, I saw someone that did a big harvest like dinner in their pasture, but like you decorate the table like all pumpkin-y and like just like fall, and then everything's outdoors. Everyone sits down and have like this big, huge, just like pasture dinner. I just think it would be so cool.
Like the string lights in the trees. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
I've pinned what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
I love that. I love the outdoor table scapes and the long table dinners and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
fun.
And I mean, of
Well,
course you can do it like in the summertime, but for some reason, like I think like the harvest dinner, like I don't know. I just think it'd be cool with like the leaves and everything. So
well, I don't know how it is for y'all, but like, well, especially here because we have the cows and the horses and stuff. But like, for one, it's always like 1,000 degrees outside, and then the flies. Like, I can't. Like, this is my favorite time of the year because the bugs and the flies are gone. And it's like
yeah,
finally a break. I'm not like swatting the air all day long. But it's kind of miserable to do that, to eat outside when that's going on. But
yeah. We don't have bugs too bad. I mean, we get flies in the summer and mosquitoes, but they're not too bad. But yeah, I think that doing the fall dinner when the bugs have just completely gone away for the most part,
yeah.
it just sounds like it'd be fun.
Well, I love your
So
soup tradition. That's neat. I haven't heard of that one before. So that's really cool.
yeah. So what do you guys do?
Well, we're kind of the same. Like our house is too small to host, but one day when we build our forever house, one day I want to do the same thing. I would love that. Um, but we usually have it either at my nana's house or my mom's house. Usually my mom's, but like this year Zach works Thanksgiving at the fire station, so we'll probably go up.
Mm,
We'll probably go up there at night and have some dinner with him. And then we'll probably have like Thanksgiving lunch at my mom's. But um, we usually just do it up here on the ranch. She hosts, but I try to help do a lot of the hosting too and help her with whatever. But we just have family over. Whoever can come because, everyone's pulled in a million different directions. But we usually do the traditional Thanksgiving dinner and have all the desserts. I always make cinnamon rolls. That's what I usually do. And kids just enjoy playing outside, and we play games too. And it's just like, it's such a relaxing holiday, and it just makes me happy. So, I don't know. We don't really have any big thing that we do as far as tradition. Zach and I have talked about one day when it is our turn to like take over the holidays, because at Christmas we always do a ranch dinner. We don't do like ham or turkey. Typically, we'll do like steaks and baked potatoes, and just like our beef at Christmas time. But at Thanksgiving, we talked about just doing an Italian theme when we take
mm-hmm.
over and having like one big Italian Thanksgiving dinner instead of, because like turkey's okay, but it's not my favorite. And
Right,
I like the traditional Thanksgiving dinner, but like I could totally change it and be fine with it,
right.
which is typically not like me because I'm usually like, you have to stick with tradition. But as far as food goes, I think that would be a lot of fun for us to, whenever we do take over, do like a themed
Yeah.
dinner. So, yeah, that's about what we do.
Yeah. So last year, Cody and I were like throwing around the idea like I think we might have been, I can't remember if we were thinking about it for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, but we were like, we should do like a barbecue themed for like one of them. Because I've seen people instead of turkey, they've done like the steaks or whatever for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my family on Christmas, we usually go to my family for Christmas dinner. My family usually does prime rib. And so, we don't do like turkey for Christmas. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
doing like a barbecue theme would be really different and fun. So you guys typically do turkey for Thanksgiving? That's kind of like the standard.
Yeah, we'll do turkey and dressing, and then, your typical pies and green bean casserole and things like that. But yeah, I usually do the rolls. So I'll make like the bread, and then I'll make the cinnamon rolls for my dessert. And then, if I need to bring a side or whatever, I like having mac and cheese also at Thanksgiving. So we'll have that. And then my Nana makes these cheesy potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even really know how to describe them. How she does them, but they're delicious. So we'll have cheesy potatoes too. And then my cousin Colby, she always has like the green bean or broccoli rice casserole is what she brings, and it's really good. We all kind of pitch in and, everyone brings something different, and we have a really big feast, and we can't eat it all, and we eat on it for like the next 3 days. So that's typically what we do.
I know a lot of us are not spending a lot this year on gifts, and I know it's really tricky right now to decide where to invest your money because it is tight. But for me, it's kind of a no-brainer when it comes to feeding my family and ensuring that we will be covered in case of emergency or if anything bad happens. One of the ways that I like to ensure that we will always have healthy, good quality food to eat is by using our freeze dryer. We have a Harvest Right freeze dryer, and we use it for freeze drying everything from leftovers to fresh vegetables, fruit, and even full meals that we put away in case of a rainy day or an emergency, or even just to have as food storage. So if you don't know about having a freeze dryer, it's actually such a cool thing because not only does it take your food and make it shelf stable for up to 25 years, but it also retains its nutritional value almost entirely. It takes way less effort than canning food, and you don't have to worry about food going bad once it's freeze dried. So I love our freeze dryer and we use it all the time. Harvest Right is having an awesome Black Friday sale right now. You can get up to $500 off on their freeze dryers. And I know a lot of people that a freeze dryer is kind of a big investment, but now is such a great time. If you're looking to make that investment, I highly suggest doing it now. And even if you want to go in on it with a lot of your family or friends and kind of like share it between you guys, it's a really good time to do that. So you can head over to their website, but please use the link in our show notes because that is how they will know that we referred you to them. Head over to our website, paintbrushprairie.com. You can either find the link in our latest episode show notes, or you can click the tab at the top that says sponsors, and you can find the Harvest Right link there. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about what we do. We have quite a bit of family over at Cody's grandparents, and everyone contributes. But I usually do like a dessert because that's just seems to be like what I don't know. It's just like it's funny how like things just kind of like happen. You know, it's like you bring something once, and then that's like almost like your thing.
And you're like, they count on you for it. They're
yeah,
like,
and it's like if you change, they're like, "What the heck? You didn't bring this."
Yeah. Where's the cinnamon rolls? I think everybody always has that like day before Thanksgiving. Like I always call it baking day. Like that is baking day.
Exactly.
And it's just fun because you'll get on social media and you'll just see everybody, like everyone's in their kitchen baking. I don't know. It's like warm and fuzzy for me, but I've always enjoyed that. And then waking up on Thanksgiving, and the girls and I always watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's kind of what we do. But yeah, I love baking day. It's so much fun. Like, I'm probably going to buy all of my ingredients this weekend because I hate chancing it and waiting until like the last minute or the weekend before and like everything is sold out.
Okay. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I think it was a couple years before I even got married, but like I used to help and I would make some stuff for like the dinners. And I like one year, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just silly and didn't know, but I was like, yeah, I'll just like go the night before Thanksgiving and get all my stuff. And it's like, it's seriously like looted. Like there's nothing. Yeah. It's like there's one thing of eggs and all of them are broken on the shelf, and there's no butter, and there's like if you need buttermilk, you're like totally out of luck, and there's like no regular milk. I mean, it is insane. So I learned then that you have to go in advance, and so usually once it's like the second week, I'm like, Cody, we need to go get our Thanksgiving stuff because we need to make sure we have it. And so I need to do that like this weekend, just finish getting a few things together. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like, so I usually make bread pudding. And so, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's like kind of, I don't know, it's not like a traditional thing for, I think for like a Thanksgiving dessert, but it's like maple bread pudding. And I
Mm-hmm.
made it one year, and then it's just like become kind of like my thing. And if I don't bring
Yeah.
it, then I get the what for, you know?
Yeah.
So I do that. And then,
it's not Thanksgiving dinner without it.
yeah. And so, and it has like, just like icing that goes with it. It's so good. And then I used to make this punch. It's like a cranberry orange punch with like, you can put like sparkling grape juice in it, or I've used like Sprite. I like to use Sprite
Mm-hmm.
Zero or whatever, just to give it some bubbles, and it's really, really good. I love doing that. I kind of haven't done it since I've had 2 kids, or even I didn't really make it when Chan was little, just because it's kind of like there's a lot of ingredients. So if you're traveling to somewhere, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard. But if you're like, I don't know, if you can bring all of this stuff and then make it on the spot where you're gonna be drinking it, it works a lot better. But so there's that. And then I really like making pies. So I usually go overboard and I just make a bunch of pies and bring them to whatever dinner just so that we have them. So I always make banana cream pie, and I like to make homemade pumpkin, like with like the actual pumpkins that we have, like not the puree
Mm-hmm.
from the store, because it actually does taste different. And then I am going to make a key lime this year, because I actually had never made key lime pie, but it's like my favorite. And so I made one earlier this year, like a couple months ago. And Cody was like,
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to make that for Thanksgiving, because it's like so easy, and I didn't even know. So, and so I don't know if you're like this, but I always do like homemade pie crust.
Well,
I
yeah, you don't skimp on the pie crust.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a no-brainer, but some people just don't. Like some people always buy their pie crust, or they do like a graham cracker crust that's like from the store, and
It's
it
not the
is just
same. It's
not
not the same.
very good. It's not very good. And I am really anti buying pies because it's not that hard to make them. Like, I mean, maybe certain pies, but it's not hard to make a pumpkin pie.
No.
So I don't know why you would buy one,
I enjoy
but
it. I
that's
think
just
it's
me.
kind of therapeutic. But I like
Right.
baking. I think it's fun.
And trust me, I have had years where, like, when Briggs was a little baby, that was a year that I did not do very much. I don't think I did a whole lot of baking that year because I was just very tired, and just, with a little
Yeah.
baby, it's a little bit harder. So I totally get that. But where I'm at right now, where Briggs is 2.5, I'm like, okay, like I can make all the things this year and be okay with it. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, typically we have, your traditional pumpkin, and then we do pecan, and then we also have like the apple, and then my family is huge coconut cream pie people. My great grandmother, that was her like signature dish. And so we always have coconut cream pie at our Thanksgivings too.
all right, guys, it is that time again. Time for the review of the week. Today's review comes from Dakota Dawn Johnson. She said, multifaceted, multitasking mamas. I love hearing these 2 women come together and share all the different parts of life they're juggling, as well as insights on the lessons they've learned in the process. It's so nice to listen to other women who are multifaceted, multitasking mamas with a heart for Jesus. Thanks so much, Dakota, and I am just so happy to have you listening to all of our episodes. If you'd like to go and leave us a review, head over to Apple Podcasts and tell us what you think of the show. We love actually hearing what you guys think and what some of your favorite episodes are, and you can drop by and tell us how you found us or who introduced you to our podcast. We love hearing from you.
Well, let me ask you this. What is your living room outfit? Because that's what people call it, your living room outfit. We're going to get ready to go sit in the living room.
Okay, so
Because I
I
know
am
last
not.
year, or maybe it was the year before, you wore a pretty farm girl dress when I used to have lots of clothing, and it was so pretty. But typically, what is your? Because I know for me, like there have been times where I've worn like a dress or something, but I brought leggings and a sweater or something,
Yeah.
for after have that stretch. So,
Yeah.
what do you typically wear?
So I'm very traditional, I guess you might say, and I am like, we dress up because it's a holiday. Like we dress up
Yes.
and we wear our prettiest dress. It's like our excuse to get like glam and like, I don't know. When I was little, I always got like a dress for the occasion, and so I personally am not the person who like shows up in sweats. I know there's
Yeah.
lots of people that like that's what they love and that's what they do. And I'm not like not judging because everyone does what they want. But for me, I like to wear a nice dress and like do my
Mm-hmm.
hair and do my makeup and look nice. And I
Yeah.
make Cheyenne like I don't make her wear a dress. Let's just say if she could, she would wear like her fanciest dress every single day because she loves dresses and she loves to be fancy. So she loves Thanksgiving and Christmas because she gets to wear like her nicest dresses. We do her hair all cute. And then like for Briggs, I'll have him wear like a button up cowboy shirt or a flannel shirt because he's got a few new ones and like his boots and stuff. Just because I'm like, we wear like our normals, grubby clothes every day. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is like our day to dress up. But,
Yeah.
and like even Cody, like sometimes he will wear like a button up shirt if he feels like it. But even if he doesn't, he'll wear like one of his nice t-shirts. If you can
Yeah.
call the t-shirt like, it's like, this is like my fancy t-shirt.
That is Zach to a T. Yeah.
And,
It's so funny.
that's just kind of his thing. But because he likes to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so that's me.
Yeah. I get it. I'm the same way. So like the girls, which Paisley's getting older, so she kind of goes through this transition of like certain clothing choices. But she will dress nice. So like lately she's been into like wearing her Wrangler trousers with like a really pretty sweater and her earrings and fixing her hair. So that's probably what she'll wear. Scout usually always wants to wear a dress and she likes getting fancy. And then for me, like I'll go between like wearing a dress or like Paisley, like my nice trousers and then a really pretty blouse and my fancy turquoise I don't wear very often. And I usually always wear turquoise at holidays because I don't
Yeah.
go anywhere to wear it. So that's
Right.
usually what I'll do. But yeah,
Yeah.
we like to I like to feel pretty and dressed up and especially at a holiday and we'll usually like that's when we all take pictures together, as a family. So but I have brought clothes cuz my family well like we do play games, but sports is like a big thing in our family, so we'll play basketball or football outside cuz it depends on the year, but we've had like lots of really warm, nice Thanksgivings, so we do spend a lot of time outside. So we bring extra clothes for those types of activities. But I'm the same way though. I like to look nice and feel nice and get all glammed up for holidays.
Yeah, it's a good excuse to wear all the turquoise.
Yes. So, for like traditions, do y'all do like I know some people do like a thankful jar or they write something nice about someone next to them at the table. Do y'all do anything like that?
No, I'm trying to think. We don't really do a lot just because there's like so many people. And so it would get to be, I don't know. I think it would be fun to do something like that. We really haven't done that. I think, like at different times, sometimes my family, where there's like just my immediate family, there will go around the table and, say what we're thankful for, kind of like that traditional thing, but nothing super like fancy or anything.
Yeah, we kind of do. There's a ton of us too. So, but we usually do like we'll go around and say something we're thankful for. My papa will usually like tell a story before we pray over the meal. I don't know. I'm just always interested to hear about how other people do their Thanksgivings or like what traditions they have. So, we'll have to when we air this and put it on social media, we'll put up a post because we want to hear all about what you guys do at your family's Thanksgivings. So you'll have to let us know.
Yeah, I wish we did some more unique things, but, it might have to be something that I institute in just my family with my kids. Because, so where we do like our baking day, I have gone over to like bake with my mom at her house in the past. And my parents just built a new house and they moved in last year, I think it was, so it was like right before Thanksgiving. Didn't end up going over there last year, but this year I'll probably go over and bake some pies with her because she has like a nice fancy big kitchen now. So, yeah, other than that, I can't think of anything really like super unique that we do. I think there always ends up being a football game on. But. Well, Christmas season is finally upon us, and we are so happy to have you guys listening and joining us each week. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can head over to Patreon. There you will be able to find video episodes of all of our podcasts, as well as some discounts on our Ranch Goods store. We will be adding a whole bunch of products too in the near future. But if you're not able to support us through Patreon, there are actually a lot of ways that you can. Kenzie and I are both small business owners, and we'd love for you to check out what we create. If you don't know, I am actually a Western artist and illustrator, and I create things all the time for ranch people, farm people, and people who are involved in a rural, agricultural, or Western lifestyle. I have an Etsy shop where I sell a lot of my artwork. I have art prints, originals, printables, and right now I have several different Western themed Christmas cards that you can actually edit yourself. Once you purchase the Christmas card, you can change out the pictures, change out the text to fit whatever you need, and then print it off right on your home printer, or you can have it taken to a print shop. I also have some rodeo themed gift tags that you can print off. You can even customize your own name on them, and you can change the fonts and what they say, and those you can also print out right at home and put them on your gifts. They would look so cute on your neighbor gifts or gifts for family. I just love them. I also have some of my original art pieces in various sizes of prints. My Etsy shop is etsy.com/shop/Wapiti Sage Design. Another thing that I haven't really talked about on the podcast is I actually own a kids' Western boutique. It's called Little Coyotes Outfitters, and there I have a bunch of goodies for babies all the way up to your older kids, and I also have a few things that are fun for mamas. If you'd like to head over to my kids' shop, you can find it at shoplittlecoyotes.com. I'm also going to take a minute to shout out my husband's new business. My husband loves to do woodwork, so he has decided to start his own Etsy shop. It's called Singing Saddle Merc, and he creates these beautiful cedar wood river charcuterie boards. Each piece is completely unique. So you can use them as a charcuterie board or a serving board, but you can also use them as decor in your house. They look great as a centerpiece. You can put decor on top of them. They're just so versatile, and they're truly an investment piece that you'll have and they will last forever. We are also trying hard to get a few more pieces added to his Etsy shop in the next few weeks. He also makes custom wood kids' kitchens, custom toy boxes, bookshelves, and he even has a few ready-to-ship items. So if you'd like to see his work, you can head on over to etsy.com/shop/singingsaddlemerc.
I know that it's not on Thanksgiving, but we always decorated the day after Thanksgiving for Christmas. This year, we're probably going to do it actually next weekend because we are going to visit some of Zach's family. We're leaving the day after Thanksgiving when he gets off from the fire station. So we won't be here to decorate. It'll be like a whole other week. So we're going to just go ahead and have it done. But we'd always decorate like our house, and then my mom or my girls always go over to my mom's and help her put everything up. And then we go to my grand's and help her put everything up. And it's like one whole, like, we're going to usher in Christmas together after Thanksgiving, and it's always so much fun. So we don't really do, like Black Friday or anything. We've done it like maybe once, and it's not worth it to me. And usually you can get, if you're looking for something specific, you can get online and get it. But we also try to just shop small for the holidays. So unless there's something local that we can go check out, we don't really do the Black Friday craze. And then, there's Small Business Saturday, which for me, coming from retail, like I did this for 9 years. And so I was always felt like stressed out because I had to be there early in the morning for Black Friday. And then we had Small Business Saturday. And then we were doing our Christmas at the ranch or Christmas at the farm events. And it was just like, by the time Christmas got here, I was so burnt out and exhausted. I just really didn't get to fully enjoy the holidays. And so now that the store's gone online, it's like I'm just so like giddy for the holidays now. Like I'm so excited to bake. I'm so excited to decorate. I think there was one year that I think we might have had our Christmas tree up for like a week. It was sad. Like I felt really bad for the girls. But I was just like, I was so exhausted because I had to decorate our shop and do all the things, and I was working really late hours. And so this year I'm like, last year I got to do this too, but this year it feels finally like I can breathe and like really enjoy the holidays like I used to. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that's got to be a relief.
Yes. I do miss like the retail side and having, customers come in and hearing what they're buying and who they're buying for, and like having those relationships and decorating our big store windows. And I do miss that, but it's just like it has nothing on just getting to like be home and be with family all the time at the holidays now. Like I realized how much I missed, living at the shop. But there's a season for everything. But I'm just really excited for like this new chapter for us. So
yeah, it's hard. It's hard being a business owner during this time of year. I feel like, just because there's like so much pressure to make a lot of money with Black Friday, and because some people are really successful and their holiday sales are like what carries them through the whole year. And I don't know. In the past, I've tried, and I've tried lots of different things, and I feel like it's so weird now because everything is like shifting. Like every year there's been some other like huge shift in the way that people are buying, or the way that people are advertising, and what the big box stores are doing, and how early Black Friday starts. Like this year it's like everyone's already doing it. So I'm like
October.
Does it even matter? Like, does it even matter? I mean, is it going to be worth it? And like last year I did such a steep sale that I ended up like not making any money.
Exactly. So. Yeah. It is so hard, and it's hard to like know the right thing to do because, I do count on those sales to get me through the really cold, the hard months that follow in the new year.
Right.
But then also it's like, but then I can't afford to do and keep up with these big box stores, and even like the really big time boutiques now, like they've gotten so big, they have that margin to do that. And so I don't know. It is, I feel it too, the shift. I feel like everything just gets earlier and earlier, and it just kind of takes away I don't know if fun is the right word or the joy, but I don't know. You kind of just get burnt out with all of it. Like we were talking about before we started, I was just telling Talia, like, I always do Farm Girl Friday, and that was kind of my 1 week to get ahead of the big Black Friday sales, and I always did it the week before. So that would be next, or when you hear this, it'll be this Friday. And just saying that I haven't done any promotion or anything like that, and I need to. But it's like, yeah, everyone's already Black Friday shopping, so
Right.
we can try it, but yeah, I don't know. I just really want to get back to like the basics of what the holidays are intended for, and it's hard to have that balance being a business owner as well as, having a family and being a consumer as well. So,
Yeah, but I guess let's get back to what we're actually talking about. That was kind of a rant.
rabbit trail.
But I think, there's a lot of you out there that can relate in that way. So just do what is best for you and your family and your business, and what's going to bring you peace, I guess, is the biggest thing. That's what I'm trying to do this year, is just like do what I can and in the season that I'm in, and just let it be what it is. So we kind of talked about like the food that we do. We do turkey, but Cody, last year, he actually smoked a turkey. So, have you ever done a smoked turkey?
We haven't, but I think if Zach was home, that's probably what he would do, because we've talked about this before on the podcast, but he's a big smoker.
Yeah.
He likes doing all of that. But I have had smoked turkey though, and it is delicious. I would probably prefer it that way,
Yes,
than the other.
Oh yeah. So pretty much like once you've had smoked turkey, you can't go back to like oven baked because you're just like, well, this is dry.
It is so dry.
I mean, there's definitely like, if you do it right, it's not always that bad. Like my dad does a pretty good job. And like Cody's grandparents do a good job when they bake theirs, but just the smoking it just has so much more flavor and just so much more moist, and it is just so good. So, so what else? Have you guys ever done ham for Thanksgiving?
So when my Nana does Thanksgiving, she does both. She does the turkey, and then she also does the ham. And the turkey, she has white meat and dark meat. So, but like I said, there's a ton of us. So, it doesn't go to waste. And like I said, we'll eat on it the next couple of days. We'll have turkey sandwiches, or we can throw it in a soup or whatever. But yeah, I think that's why I'm okay with like completely changing Thanksgiving tradition and just doing like a whole other meal, like Italian food, just because like turkey is just not, I'll eat it. I like it, but it's just not my favorite. So.
Right. And also I'm like, there's part of it. It's like, okay, so we eat turkey. It's not like it's a special food. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
we have turkey sandwiches all the time.
Right. And plus you can get like the turkey sweetheart roasts,
Yeah.
And smoke those and just eat those like every day. So it's not really like, I mean, it's maybe more rare that you do like a whole bird, but I don't know. If you aren't familiar with Kenzie's Boutique, you better get familiar. Kenzie owns Farm Girl Rural Boutique and General Store, and it is the dang cutest boutique ever. I've been obsessed since I found her, and she continues to curate the most wonderful collections in her online boutique. Kenzie and I work together on a lot of the designs, from her branding to her recipe cards to her candles to art prints that she offers. So when you purchase from Farm Girl, you are getting some really cute stuff, and it's kind of like you're getting a piece of both of us. Kenzie has a wide variety of products, from home goods to her own apparel brand, Farm Girl Cattle Co. to books for your ranch bookshelf, and even cute toys and goodies for the cow kids. Farm Girl is actually my favorite place to shop for gifts because she carries such a wide variety of things that I know people will love. You can pretty much find something for everyone on your list, even the guys. So make sure to head over to farmgirlboutique.com to do your Christmas shopping. And while you're at it, go check out Kenzie's meal subscription at Hayfield Meals. It's only $7 a month, and each week, Kenzie sends you curated, tested, tried and true ranch recipes that she has created specifically for people who live a rural lifestyle. Whether you're taking meals to your farmer out on the tractor or trying to decide what to feed your family for dinner, her meal subscription is amazing. I cannot say enough good things about it. Each week, your subscription will include your weekly meal plan that consists of 5 dinners, a tractor snack, and a dessert. You will get the recipes as well as a completed grocery list, all in PDF form that's ready to print out and throw in a binder. Hayfield Meals also makes a great gift. A meal subscription can be so helpful and so thoughtful, and like I said, it's only $7 a month, the price of a fancy coffee. To subscribe to Hayfield Meals, head over to farmgirlblogs.com/hayfield-meals. There, you can click the link to sign up, and then you will be on the list. There's part of me that, like, I also have this one, like, bucket list thing where I want to do, like, a wild game Thanksgiving. So only serve, like, not necessarily, like, this is what the Pilgrims would have eaten, because, like, I don't know how realistic you'll ever get to that, but, like, just kind of taking the inspiration, like, we're going to have venison, and we're going to have, like, wild turkey, which is different than, like, farm raised, or you could do, like, pheasant, or, like, I really want to do, like, grouse and quail. Like, those kinds of things I think would be really fun to do. Like, one year do like a wild game, have all the meat be wild game, and then you can still have, like, your more traditional sides, but just some more fun things like that.
I love that. That's such a good idea. Yeah, that's awesome. I need to mention that to my family. Half of them probably wouldn't go for it, but I think that's cool.
Yeah, like, well, that's the thing is, like, if I did it, it would probably be, like, just me and Cody. It's like, a lot of our families be like, we don't eat that.
Well, you could have your elk stew recipe that
yeah
we're going to be sharing.
Yes.
So.
And then what else was I going to say? Oh, also, I am, like, the one thing that I is, like, kind of a deal breaker for me is cranberry sauce.
Oh.
You don't like it?
No, you do? Yeah.
So I love cranberry sauce. Like, I don't like the canned kind, though. That's no. You don't have the canned kind, because that's gross. So I make it homemade, which is so easy. It's basically just like making jam. You just, like, put it in a pot and boil it with sugar. And then it is, like, tart and sweet and just, like, so good.
I might like that, like, on a biscuit or something, but it's just not something I'm like, oh, I want some cranberry sauce, you know?
That's so funny. I think I feel like there's people that it's like a polarizing thing. Like, either people are like, no way, or people love it. And I love it, because my mom always did, like, homemade cranberry sauce. So last year I was like, I am making homemade cranberry sauce because, like, I do not like the canned stuff. And there's like cranberry relish that people will make, where it's more of like a, I don't even know. They put, like, a lot of like spices in it and orange and stuff, which is fine. And I like it, but I like just, like, cranberry sauce, like, cooked like jam. But I don't know. It's, like, something I grew up with. So
I think it all depends on who makes it too. Like, dressing, like, I'll only eat my Nana's dressing. I don't really like any other, but the way she makes it is just so good. Like, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one thing as far as like a traditional Thanksgiving meal. I always look forward to her dressing.
Yeah, that's Cody's favorite. And we call it stuffing. We don't
Or
call it
stuffing.
dressing.
Yeah.
But,
Must
same
be a
thing.
southern thing, I guess.
But yeah, Cody's like, he's like, can we make extra? Because there has to be enough. Like, he's like, I can fill like half my plate with just stuffing because he loves it. But that is also one of those things that you can make it straight from the box and not do anything like special to it. Or you can like make it completely from scratch, which I have never made it completely from scratch. My mom does kind of like a in between, so she'll usually use like the box, but then she will add like the turkey giblets and stuff like all ground up to like give it more flavor. So, and it does make it a lot more moist too. But yeah, I think that's, I don't know. We used to do ham when I was like growing up because we have a place. I mean, I think it's nationwide, but my dad would get like honey baked ham.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that a few times, but yeah, we're pretty much just turkey now.
Yeah, I think too, when we do take over Thanksgiving, and if we continue to stick to like the traditional meal, I think I'm gonna like try to get some special Thanksgiving plates. Because have you seen those where they're like appetizer, like Tupperware type things, but they have like you put your gravy and stuff in the middle, and then like each little thing is separated because you know how some people like cannot have their food touching. But it's like this like platter, so people don't have to come back and get like 2 plates.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be
Oh,
funny.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Just like it's like a lunch tray.
Yes. Exactly.
Like a school lunch tray.
Be like Thanksgiving trays.
Like, here you go. Here's my Thanksgiving meal on my school lunch tray. Actually, I had a stack of those. I should have, I don't know. I didn't want to keep them because they were like, I don't know how old they were. We had gotten them from some family and they were probably full of like toxic plastics. So I like threw them all away. But I saved them for a while because I was like, oh, these would be cute to like let the kids eat from. And then I was like, they're really old, so they're probably really yucky.
Should have saved them for your paint.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
They could have been paint
I
trays.
didn't think
probably
of that.
Too big.
But
Probably
I could
too
have
big.
done that, but I just didn't think of it. So,
well, and like we have, like I said, it's our Thanksgivings are usually really large, so we don't get to like put everything family style on the table. We have to like have it all in the kitchen and go through like an assembly line. Yeah. But one day when we get our, big ranch houses, we're going to have a really long table and we can just set the whole thing and have place cards and napkins and chargers and do the whole tablescape. Like I want to do that. I love doing that. But Scout, she cracks me up because Scout, and this is what I love about her, because she doesn't wait to like wear the fancy things, wear the lipstick, use the fancy dishes. Like when my grand cooks, like she brings out her like glass goblets, her fancy glasses, and she has like some gold silverware, and like she uses the fancy plates and all of that. So I love that. But I'm like, I want to do that for our family Thanksgivings. Use the good dishes and the good china and all that.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know. Maybe we're like old fashioned. I don't know. But that's my dream, is to just, do the whole tablescape, like decorate it so cute and use the good dishes. And I want to have like the whole matching, like everything matches,
Taper candles, all of it.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I probably, because like my grandma and my mom, when we would have big dinners like Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving, like my mom always had like the nice plates and the nice cups and the nice silverware for those meals. And I feel like our culture now is telling you that you don't need that stuff, and it's garbage and not necessary, and it's just cluttering up your house. But I still think that that stuff is cool.
I do too.
I think
And
it's important.
yeah, and it doesn't mean you have to go spend $1,000 on this stuff. If you go back to our thrifting episode,
Ah, yes.
we talk a lot about you can find some excellent dishware at thrift shops that is beautiful glassware, and same for silverware, like the really pretty old school stuff that's absolutely beautiful. So again, go back and listen to that episode if you haven't listened to it. I believe it's episode what, 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is. But
yes,
anyways,
yes, of this season,
yeah,
yeah.
you'll see it, but it's a good one if you need some inspiration to make your own Thanksgiving table. So
Yeah, and even on that, it's like the linens.
Mhm.
Like I have saved
Oh,
the linens.
I didn't tell you. I meant to text you the other day. My mom and I went to a thrift shop in town on our lunch break, and I found, because we talked about the like crochet tablecloths that my like 5th grade grandmother did that we get to borrow every now and then. Well, I'm always scared to use them and something happened to it. But I found one at the thrift shop and I got it for $40 and it is huge. I mean, it is humongous and
That's
it is
awesome.
so pretty. It has like a little small stain, but I'm pretty sure I can get it out. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, I'm getting it. Talia will be proud of me.
Seriously, that is like gold. Like, so I have a tablecloth and then I actually have matching placemats that are like all hand
Yes.
made.
Yeah.
And there's not like, it's not like 4 of them. I have like 8 or like 12
That's
of these
awesome.
placemats and they're all handmade. And I'm just like, one day I'm going to use them. One day.
My mom's like, I think that's too big for your table. And I'm like, but one day I'm going to have a bigger table. And
Exactly.
this is only like this thing should be like $150 at best. And I got it for 40 and it's so beautiful and it's all hand done. And you just don't find them like that. And I'm like, someone was probably just like cleaning out their grandma's house and was like, I want to be done with it. And I'm telling y'all, thrift shops are so underrated. Go look. And even if you don't find something, keep looking because it'll be there. And you'll be so happy you found it. But yeah, I was excited when I came across that last week.
That is awesome. I keep thinking about that thrifting episode. It was a good one.
It's such a good one. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. I love vintage stuff. I love antiques.
Yep.
An old person at heart.
Well, one day you'll have to come down here and Cody and Zach can go do something and you and I can like go hit Round Top and Canton and all the big flea markets down this way. It'd be fun.
That would be awesome. All right. So is there anything else that you wanted to touch on or do you want to just talk about what we have coming out?
Let's share what we have coming out in our store.
Okay. So we decided a few months ago that we wanted to share some of our recipes with you guys. And so we decided to create an ebook with, I don't know how many recipes. There's going to be several, but just some of our favorite recipes that we like, kind of our tried and true things that we make specifically for this time of year. And it's just going to be some of our favorite meals and we are going to share them with you. So it will be in an ebook and we will have it on our website in our shop and we will definitely let you guys know when that is going to launch, but it's going to be very soon so that you guys can start incorporating this stuff in your cooking this season.
Yes, and also if you have like a relative that lives off that you're not going to be able to see for the holidays and you want to just send them like a really quick gift that doesn't cost a lot, this would be excellent and it will go straight to their inbox. We can also, send them a little email saying, hey, someone gifted this to you, wanted to wish you Merry Christmas or whatever, or just thinking of you. But like I said, a really affordable option, and these recipes are delicious. They're things that we cook for our own families. They're our recipes and they're awesome. So we hope to do this seasonally and be able to offer you something that is tangible that you can keep on hand.
And we are hoping to keep making these with the seasons kind of as they change. So we will have this one that is kind of more of like these cozy fall and winter type recipes. And then as time goes on, hopefully we'll be able to release a few others with some different seasons. But
Yep.
like Kenzie said, it'll be a great gift. Just an easy one. It was not going to cost very much, but you'll get a lot of value out of it. And it will help support the podcast so that we can keep doing this, because it's actually a little bit of a investment to have a podcast. So any of your support will be just so appreciated.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I think we can probably wrap this one up. And we hope you guys will head over to our shop and get our ebook when it launches. And I hope you guys have a great week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for listening to the Paintbrush Prairie podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you don't mind, would you please leave us a rating and review?
This will help more ladies find us, and it will help us make the show even better. If you know a fellow Western homemaker who would enjoy the podcast, will you please share it with them?
If you'd like to support the podcast, you can become a patron at patreon.com/paintbrushprairie. You can follow us on Instagram at paintbrushprairie.
You can find me, Kenzie, on Instagram at _farmgirl and my blog, farmgirlblogs.com, to see what I'm up to on the ranch, Western home inspiration, or subscribe to my meal plan subscription at farmgirlblogs.com/hayfield-meals. You can also shop for unique Western goods at my rural boutique and general store, farmgirlboutique.com.
You can follow me, Talia, on Instagram at The Pinion Range, or my Western art page at Wapiti Sage Design. You can also purchase my artwork or book a custom piece at wapitisagedesign.com. I also blog over at thepinionrange.com, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I share the behind the scenes of my life as a Western artist and homesteader.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. See you next time from the Paintbrush Prairie.